Alright, today we're going to be building another bookcase. This bookcase is going to be out of mostly maple plywood with a maple face frame on it. And then also the shelves on it are not going to be adjustable like the last bookcase. This one's going to have fixed shelves, and they're going to alternate kind of like a half lap stagger. So this cabinet right here will end up having 4 shelves, and they're going to be 18 3/4 of an inch spacing in between each shelf. And the opposing cabinet right next to it is going to have a shelf that is roughly 9 inches. It's going to be like 8 and I don't know, 7/8 or something like that, staggered up, and it's just going to be a reveal. Then in here is going to be 18 3/4, 18 3/4, and it's just going to stagger like that. Down on bottom and down on top are just going to be the balance difference. The client does not want to have another shelf down here where it's going to be a super small area. You just lose the use of it for storing books. So I've already started cutting material up. Figure it's just cutting plywood into chunks, so I didn't really need to show much. But I did start setting up on the dados for the fixed shelves. So I have a couple different dados going on. I have the rabbit on top for the actual top of the cabinet to be recessed into. Then very next step down, I have the very first shelf. And the reason that this is so small is our top shelves I want to line up to the cabinet that's going above this doorway right here. So those shelves are in line. That'll be my start base point. And then from there, I have my first 18 3/4 inch opening. Then I have a 3/4 inch thick shelf, another 18 3/4 inch opening, 3/4 inch thick shelf, last 18 3/4 inch opening, 3/4 inch thick shelf. I think this was 14 and a half. I can't remember exactly, but that space right there. Then I have my bottom fixed shelf, and then I have space for a recessed toe kick. So I'm going to be working on, with help, dadoing all of these, because there is 6 legs that are getting it like this way, because that makes 3 cabinets. Then those over there are another 4 legs that will be getting it for the alternating 3 shelf cabinets instead of 4 shelf cabinets. So I'm going to get to that. These are going to be a lot easier and a lot quicker to build up than the last solid maple bookcases, because they will not, I won't have to actually glue the maple for thickness. I don't have to mill the maple down for all the measurements and everything. So I already have plywood. Going to be easy construction. Once I have the dados cut and everything, I'm going to edge band all of these interior shelves with, I think it's called 1/2 mil thickness edge banding. So it's a very thin strip of wood that gets glued onto the face edge of the shelf. And then the actual legs themselves, the vertical parts, are not going to get edge banded, because when I go in the field, it's actually going to get a face frame nailed onto it that overlaps both legs that go together. And then across the top, it's going to have a soffit that goes across the entire thing, and then that attaches the soffit to the ceiling is going to have a crown that adjusts and takes up the sway and the difference in the ceiling where the crown is flexible. Alrighty, hope you guys have fun watching. Alright, it's going to be a little hard to see, but there's some pencil lines. Here is the legs that we just dadoed, and this is the bottom with the 4.5-inch toe kick, so you have the lines that transpose to that. This is the shelf for those units, so the next one is actually staggered to the center right here. So that's where we're going to dado the new one. Old leg, not old, but the previous leg I just did. Then the next shelf, previous leg, next shelf, previous leg, and then the top rabbets. Alright, so now we only have to run 4 of these, and then we're going to go on to the next step. Alright, I have all of our legs dadoed for all the adjustable, or fixed shelves, not adjustable shelves. And then the tops and the bottoms. Now I have the saw set up for a 1/2-inch dado. That's going to be cutting a 1/4 inch deep by 1/2 inch off the edge. Right here, that's a test piece. That is for the back panels to be recessed in. So that's going to go along one long edge back here, and then alternating long edge back here. Alright, so it's been about a week and a half or so, and I had a lot going on, so I couldn't really record a lot. But I got those 5 bookcase cabinets all assembled, and to get more space in the shop, I delivered them to the job already, but now I still have some more stuff I gotta do. I have to build like a bridge cabinet that's going over a doorway. I also have to make the front face frame material and the soffit material, and then once all that's ready, I'll be able to actually go and install these cabinets, the bookcases. So today I'm going to be working on milling down some solid maple, cutting some plywood for soffits. Actually, no, I think I'm going to make the soffits out of solid wood. That'll be easier. So yeah, I'm just going to be milling a bunch of solid wood today. Going to be working on that bridge cabinet. I do have to change my plan a little. I originally had the cabinet made 36 inches wide, so 3 foot wide. But when I delivered those other cabinets, I remeasured it, and 36 could work, but it doesn't really work how I want it to, so I'm going to end up having it be slightly less. I'm going to go around 35, and then I'm going to put it in a little filler piece there, just so it's more even and more sealed up against the wall rather than being an open joint, because when it's 36 I can't actually put a filler in because it's just in a way too tight where I wouldn't be able to fit a filler. Alright, but yep, today I'm going to be milling some stuff and putting that one last cabinet together.